the Abyss. We're 79% done with Into the Abyss. The last section out of 3 for the DLC. Interception. Oh, right. We took a quick look at this yesterday, but I have no idea how to do it. So we've got 2 connectors and 2 sets of lasers, right? A blue laser and a red laser source. The blue laser receiver is there and the red laser receiver is here. To get through this gate, we're gonna have to open the red laser receiver. Are we still cheating? Hey, I was never cheating. I was just thinking outside the box before, Arabeth. And then, like, we need to do something where, I don't know. I feel like we need to do something where this connector holds this gate open. Like, what are we trying to do? Obviously, with this setup, it's impossible to have both these gates open at the same time. Because if you have both these gates, you can't have both these gates open at the same time because you're gonna crisscross the wires. And when the wires, when the lasers crisscross and get in each other's way, they both cancel each other and they don't go anywhere. But that's what we're gonna have to try to do. We're gonna have to try to figure out some way to do this. What we want to try to do, I suppose, is have it set up in a way that we want to have it set up in a way where currently in one state there is the blue gate is open and the red gate is closed. And then we want to come in here, do something with this connector, like move it or disable it or something, and that will change it so that instead of the blue gate being open, the red gate will be open, and then this will close and this will open, and we'll get to this. So in order for us to do something like that, the one outside, the connector outside has to be connected to this. And it has to be connected to, well, maybe what we could do I have an idea. Is this a better puzzle game than The Witness? I think so, Nightbass. I've played both, and while I like The Witness, it definitely wasn't like top tier for me. I prefer Talos Principle 2 definitely over The Witness, because the puzzles are more, I feel like the puzzles have more variety, and there's a better story. Definitely in Talos Principle 2, there's a better story. Talos Principle 1 is arguable. And I just felt like, I didn't like how The Witness really just left you completely alone, and you could get super stuck on a concept because, like, you start a new set of puzzles. There's not like this introductory concept to teach you as well as compared to Talos Principle 2 on like this new concept. You guys, those of you guys who played The Witness, you remember that like sunlight reflection sunlight glare puzzle? That set of puzzles? I got stuck on that for like a month. I don't know, it wasn't a month, but it was a really long time. I had no idea how to even approach that puzzle at all, and there was never any sort of like hint or something that you could glean, like that you could make sense of, and you just have to like blindly look around until you figure out that there's a sunlight glare that gives you a certain path. Yeah, that was really bad. I think we need to do something like this, maybe? Oh, I can't see that in here, right? But I think we need to do maybe something like this. What's happening here? Wait, what the heck is happening here? Okay, so this laser is stopping this laser, but this laser is going there, and that's outputting to there, which then is outputting to here. How are we gonna do this? Obviously, the connector inside this room will not be able to see that. But can this connector... I hate puzzles where the most puzzling stuff is to figure out what the hell you're even supposed to do and how things work, yeah. What happens if we do something like this? Okay. Doesn't this work? This is it. This is the setup. This is it, right? No. I need to deselect that, and I think it'll still work. Here we go. Wait, I need to get this in a position where it actually receives the red. This is it. This is it. This is it, right? So, because this laser is trying to send a laser to this, it's actually blocking this laser that's trying to go to the red receiver from blocking this source. That's what we needed. We basically needed this to be connected to that, but not block this until we go in, and then we pick this up, and then it gets the red laser from the source to the receiver. Hell yeah. Got it. Not too bad.
Tell me of your journey, Byron, in the days after Athena left the city. Have you been happy? Have you been well?
Looking back at it...
Wow, Elohim. I didn't know you cared.
I think mostly I failed.
You led the expedition to the island. If Athena is saved, it will be thanks to you. So you have not failed yet, my child.
Mother? Where are you?
Wait, Miranda's okay?
Where
She's
am
not
I?
evil?
None of this seems real. What are these voices? I think they're lying to you.
Oh. Interesting. So there is the real Miranda somewhere in there. Hierarchy. Two RGB converters. Oh god, it's one of these again. No. Oh no. What? What's happening? What are we supposed to be doing here? What's the problem? Oh, we need to get a green here. Okay. So many of these puzzles are so many of these like third part Into the Abyss DLC puzzles are about laser canceling and laser interference. I wish there was a little bit more of not this style of puzzle. These ones are really hard to visualize and hurt my head. So do these do anything? I don't think these receivers do anything. All we need to do is basically like part the Red Sea, like Moses, and allow us to get a green there. So this one, the one inside the nest, is gonna have to eventually send green there. It's gonna have to get blue. It's gonna have to get red. It's not getting red right now because... or maybe this can send it red. Perhaps this can send it red. Well... what's the problem? My main problem is I need to block all three of these lasers. do I block all three of these lasers? So this also has to go there. This has to send something over here that like blocks this laser here. This laser is gonna have to block that laser, and then how do we block this laser on this side? We block this laser on this side by having this send something over there. And then how do we block this laser on this side? We block this laser on this side by having this send something over here? Here? I need red. This is currently outputting blue. I need red. We're getting closer. I do believe we're getting closer. I need this to get a source from something. Okay, I think we get rid of that. So now this gets a blue source. And then this gets a green source. I need blue and red from this, right? I needed to get this, and then have green send this way, and send green this way too. We're pretty close. I just need to figure out how to get red to go to this. I need to get this to go to this. So basically I can't have this blocking. Oh, actually, you know what it is? Maybe it's unselect this, get that green source, unselect this, and then like I think something like this maybe. Holy crap! What is happening? Okay, this is too confusing. This is outputting green now. Hold on. So I have red, I have blue. I'm sending to this and blocking that. Why does this sometimes... Okay, I need to maybe not get that. But if I don't get this, I'm... This is tough. Okay, what if I do this and block this first? Oh, yeah, that could work. And now that this is... Okay. Ooh, okay, so I use my physical body to block. And now it's set up an equilibrium where this output has stopped this from blocking that laser. So I'm very, very close, right? We're super, super close. And all we need to do is have this... Okay, so I actually need this, I think, closer towards the back. Block this. And now we have this one somewhere like here. We get this and output this. I need another color. I need another color. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like this because it's not outputting anything. I'm so close. I'm so close. Does this work? This maybe works? I just have to get... Now I have to block this laser? So now red is going there. I need this to not touch that. I need to Block this again. Okay. Okay. We're looking good. We're looking kind of good. And then now I need to block this. Now I need to block this. Yes! If I walk away, though, are we okay? If I walk away, we're not okay, though. I need this to output to here. I don't think we're okay if I... Oh, are we okay? No, we're not okay. Okay. We're very close, though. Very, very close. I need this to output to here as well. And then we need a body block. Body block this one. Self-sustaining? Yes! Yes! The blue laser to this receiver blocks this from blocking the green laser to this, which receives and sends blue to this, which blocks this and allows the green to go all the way in there. Holy, what a puzzle. These are so hard. Alright, we're really in the end game here. We actually, at this rate, we might actually finish today. But we're gonna get stuck at some point, right? We just finished 21. Level 21. And there are 3 more levels left. Where's the map? Oh, there's a... what? Yeah, we need to go this way to the right and then go forward again. There's 22. Here is 22. Wisdom is knowing that loving the world is enough. Leviathan. Level 22 Leviathan. We have a driller. We have a connector with red source. Okay. That doesn't seem like it makes any sense. What's the point of this driller? Alright, we take the driller in. Oh, we got another connector. Blue. Looks like we need to get red and blue here, and this door will open, maybe? Is there something up here? What's here? Oh, maybe this something will open here. Because there's a drillable wall back here. Also a red here? Okay. Okay. Oh, we can't see that though. So I think we do something like this. Drill this. Go out here. And we need to find the right angle. That's good. And this. Where's the angle? It's so close. Is this cheating? This seems like cheating. Erebeth, is this cheating? So we basically need it to be like more this way. Okay, this will work. This will work, I think. Maybe not. Yes, it works. Okay. But is that what we actually want? Actually be doing is maybe something completely different. I think what we want to be doing is we want to be... Damn it. We want to receive from that and send here. We want to do something like this. Move this next to this thing so that we can grab it from that side. Then come inside and grab this and close that gate. And now we have... Okay, there we go. Now all the tools are inside here. All the tools are inside here. But... Okay, and then we can do that. And then we can do this. Nice. Whoa! Look at that! Fancy schmancy gate is opening. And then... What do we got back here? A switch? Holy... Wait, what is happening? Why is it doing that? Is that part of the level? It's just gonna be like that forever? What the heck? Okay, I need to get a green over here to get this accumulator. Like sometimes there's a red receiver that becomes available. Sometimes there's a green receiver that becomes... What the hell is this? Can I like walk through these things somehow? No. It's a solid wall down in the bottom. Only the top section. Oh, there's the solution. What if we somehow glitch ourselves beyond this wall? I could see that happening. We could somehow glitch ourselves behind this wall and then we'll just end up on the other side of that wall and then we just win. But I don't think I can jump tall enough. Like I can't jump high enough for that to happen, right? But what if like this block above me just... I cheated!
This language of creation that Athena discovered, what's it like? Do you understand it? Is it part of your system?
It is the incarnation of the sublime beauty of mathematics. Through it, all things become beautiful. Every movement of every particle is a revelation, and everything that lives is holy.
Too late, coffee shut. Too late, we cheated. I kind of thought that this would work. Alright, so let's restart and try to do the level the real way. Hopefully we can still do the level the real way. Like, oh no. So I can reset the level here, right? Restart puzzle. So now all the gates should be active again. I think. Yes. Okay, great. Totally cheated. Are we doing this? Collecting that. This. Putting it here. Then coming in here. Double. There. Coming in here. Grabbing this. Then that. Okay. What if I make a sprint for it? A mad dash? No, that still doesn't work. What's behind door number 1? We got an RGB. Anything else here? No. Got an RGB now. We need to find a way to get to the accumulator. Where can I use the driller? Wait, are these walls drillable? So this driller is just like useless now? It kind of seems to me like this driller is kind of useless now. Maybe this is the only drillable wall left and we've already... Can the drill be used on moving blocks? Oh yeah, I just tried that. No, it can't. Cannot. So we need to come over here and get green to this. There's also a blue and red up here, which I don't know what it does. How can we get green to this? Make it, maybe move it all the way over here. From this angle, I could see red and blue from here. I can't get that though. I don't think I can get that. Red I can only get from like, yeah, like this angle at best. It has to be in this corner somewhere to get red. Oh, maybe. Can I anywhere that I can see this and see this at the same time? I don't think so. Fortunately not. Almost. Almost. Actually, almost. But not quite. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, so okay, what we'll do? I got it. We have the RGB. Get both of these. I need to have a spot where I can see both of these. I think that's doable. That maybe is doable. If we drill like... Okay. Right, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's doable. There. This should work. This should work. Now I can get a connector here. And then the second connector. Where's my second connector? Huh? Am I blind? Hello? Second connector, where did you go? Chat, I'm having an old man eye. Okay, over time. I already moved it. Okay, there we go. Now we got an accumulator. Okay. So we have green, red, red, blue. I need all three colors. The color that I should accumulate is red, because red is the hardest. It's the hardest color to get, because it's outside that room. I need to have it... Oh, why did that just move? The heck? Why did that just move over there? Block. Okay, let's get blue first. That moves down. It wants to move down. Okay. That's awkward. Oh. Okay, I see. We block this. sends us back up. And we jump over. And then we connect that and that. And this moves us over here. And that's on, and now all we need to do is go get green. But the problem is, how is green gonna see this? Because there's a... I need... Okay, so I just need to disconnect this, right? I need to put this up here. Oh, I also need to get this from that source. And then I just need to disconnect this from that. And now we've got red and green. GG's! Nice. So these were moving platforms. Are we done? Yes. Yes. We're done. Woo! Cool puzzle. Very unique and has no crisscross mechanics, which was what I was hoping for. But like, I didn't realize at first that these platforms were moving along with the receivers. Okay, that's level 22. Good one. I'm gonna get some water. I will be right back. Okay, where are we? Oh, we need to go this way now. 2 levels left. 2 levels left. Wow, okay. This area looks interesting. It looks different. 23. It looks kind of different than before. Oh, jeez. The Like surrendering.
Maybe you don't believe in any of it. Have you ever considered that? All your optimism?
It's Byron.
Your vaunted humanist spirit? Maybe it's all a facade. Maybe you just want it to be true.
I could probably
Because
jump.
it's comforting to think that humanity might be good and meaning is something you can create. But that's not facing
The voice
the
acting is
truth.
great.
Because the truth is that none of it has any value at all.
No, you're wrong. Maybe
you,
I
Athena.
ruined everything. Maybe they would destroy themselves, but Alexandra was right. Humanity is good. I still have faith. If only in that.
Okay, this is called One-Way Link. We've got the objective up there. And to get to it, we have to open this... We have to open this blue gate while standing on another blue gate. We have to stand on that blue gate to walk across. This switch does what? What does this switch do? Huh? So these two switches are connected to each other. They kind of do the same thing. And what do? Oh, they open these. They open this blue gate and close this blue gate. So only one of these are open at a time. Right, okay. And this gets red and goes to both a red and blue for some reason. And this gets blue and goes to both red and blue. So when red is on, the fan is on? Wait, when red is on, it's controlling... Oh, this gate is open. When red is on, this gate is open. When red is off, this initial gate is closed. When blue is on... It looks like when blue is on, this gate should be open, but it's not. Why is it not? What is this wire linked to? This wire is linked to the horizontal platform. Huh. Alright, what do we have? We have two connectors. We have two connectors. What happens if I do this? Oh, okay. We got an inverter. How am I supposed to get this inverter? Huh? Was that supposed to fall down to me? Or is it actually supposed to be stuck up there? Hello? Game? I think it's supposed to be stuck up there. So what if I get that to be blue? That to be blue goes all the way over. Oh, okay. In order to open this final gate, I need both of the blues to be active. This red opens that gate. And if this is red, that's a bad thing. If this is red, this horizontal gate will open up and I can't walk across anymore. But the thing is, I want this to be red. I want this to be red so that I can go in here. But I don't want this to be red. But I somehow need this to be blue. See what I'm saying? Like, I need this to be red without this. I need this red on without this red on. But when I switch it, when I come over and switch it, when I come over and switch it and hit this switch, I need this to be blue and this to be blue. How the heck would we do that? One-way link. That's the name of the puzzle. One-way link. I need this one to be linked to that one as a source, but not the other way around. Okay. Because of priority. Maybe? No. It's only one of the color sources is active at any given time because the gate blocks the source from hitting this. What am I using the inverter for? Okay, I take blue and give blue to that outputs red. It outputs red, this one outputs blue. And they're canceling each other out because this is this is the same tier as this. When I switch this, it's gonna do the same thing. This is not a solution yet because this is still not active. And the reason is, this is the same tier as this. But what I want is this to be... I want this to be closer to the blue source. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm confused. I'm really confused. How do we set up a one-way link here? This doesn't do anything anymore, right? Like, once that is done, it doesn't do anything anymore. What can we all connect to? What can we connect to? I can connect to all of these. I connect to literally everything. I'm not really sure if this is gonna do anything. It doesn't really do anything. Even though I have all these lasers crisscrossing, it doesn't do anything. I still have this issue where red is taking over both of them. But I do understand the problem. The problem is when the blue switch is open, you want both of these to be blue. But when the red switch is open, you only want that switch to be red. You don't want this switch to be red. Hey Crosspike, have you played Baldur's Gate 3? I have. I haven't finished it, and I don't plan on finishing it. But I've played Baldur's Gate 3 off stream up until the middle of Act 2. I played it up until the Temple of Shah. And then, like, I kind of got tired and sick of it a little bit in terms of how much time it took up and all the micromanagement you needed to do with your party of 4 and make sure none of your people in your party are going to step on traps or, like, be out of position or walk in a fire or something. And then, yeah, like, just trying to do these really mundane things took forever because of all the micromanagement needed and inventory management and all that stuff, and so I kind of quit the game. And I have already watched some of the storyline as a part of a YouTube story movie, up until like the beginning of Act 3, or like a little bit past the beginning of Act 3. But I haven't finished the whole story movie yet. Story movie is long. Well, it's like freaking 20 hours or 30 hours or something. How does this inverter help me? Lots of micromanaging, not important stuff. It is a really long game. This inverter can only connect to my 2 connectors. Like, I can't, like, choose to connect this to that. This is a concept I think I'm not going to understand. Not very apparent to me. How do you make a one-way link? Well, I mean, something needs to be, like, asymmetrical, right? There needs to be something that's, like, kind of asymmetrical about it. What if it's like this? Okay. Okay, question. This is an interesting question. Something's asymmetrical now. Why does this output blue, but when we do this, it doesn't output red? It's because both of these connectors are tier 2 connections, tier 2 blue connections, and that is a tier 3 red connection. But when we do it like this is a tier 2 red connection, and that's a tier 3 blue connection, and this is a tier 3 red connection. So it's something along these lines. Something like this. We need to go one step further and somehow make this tier 3. That's a tier 3 blue. I need to make this a tier 4 red. I need to make this a tier 4 red. 1, 2, 4. Okay, so I need to get rid of this connection. And I think maybe we can do it. No? This also needs to be a tier 4 red somehow. You know, if I could do that, if I could make this a tier 4 red, and this is a tier 3 blue, if only I could connect directly, if only I could directly connect this to that. That would solve my problems. But I can't, right? So this goes to that. That's a tier 1, 2, 3. That's a tier 3 blue. This is a tier 3 red. That's why they're canceling each other out halfway. But if this was a tier 4 red, then it would be overtaken by the blue. And it would end up being a blue. How can I make this a tier 4 red? Is it something like this? No, because when if it's like this and I switch it, then this will output red. And then I'm never getting 2 blues. I need 2 blues to open that. The other thing I could do, right? The other thing I could do is that, like, if I could somehow stand here and block this. If I could block this when the switch was up and this was red, if I could block this, it would turn that into blue. That would help me. That would allow me to get across that bridge. That would allow me to get across that bridge, and then when I do this, I unblock this somehow. I think maybe what I need to do... This is red. Ugh. This is blue. This also connected to that. This. Okay, wait. What if I definitely feel like we're onto something with the blocking idea. I think what I need is like... I need this not to be connected to this, but to be connected to that. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Oh, damn. No, that doesn't work either. God damn it. Red is coming... Wait, hold on. Red is coming to here and then giving that blue. Blue is coming here, but it's changing this into red. I need in this situation... What do I need in this situation? I need in this situation this not to go to the inverter. Somehow. What? What is happening? What is happening? Yeah. What if I restart this checkpoint? Can I? I'm gonna try to see if I drop this inverter down again. If I drop this inverter down again, is it gonna fall again onto the platform, or is it gonna fall onto the ground? Like, it bounces it a little bit. It almost seems like it might accidentally fall onto the ground. But I guess it's supposed to be open. There's two gates over here. Oh. And there's two gates over here. What is the name of the chapter? Look at me. Let me look at YouTube if it's supposed to drop or not. It's chapter 20. It's number 23, called One-Way Link. Into the Abyss, number 23. One-Way Link. I'm guessing it's not supposed to drop down, but it would be way easier if it did drop down. Because then, if it did drop down, then I could have manipulate the tier of this inverter, and I could make it a higher tier for blue than it is for red. Because that's basically what we're trying to do. I think that's basically what we're trying to do here. Yeah, it's supposed to be on top, okay. So I want it to be like this. When red is on, I want it to be like this. And when blue is on, and I do this, this will turn red again. Can I like take advantage of these obstacles somehow? Like, what else changes? What is the difference? When red is on, right? When red is on, that is not there. Maybe that has something to do with it? But I can't get the connectors to the top. No way to get the connectors to the top. Like, I need a toggleable wall, right? Some sort of toggleable wall that for certain, for one of the colors, there's a wall in between these two connectors, and for the other connector, for the other color, there's no wall in between those two connectors. That would be great. Coffee, you want to give a gentle hint if you're looking at the solution on what I should be thinking about? But do you know what, like, have you been paying attention to what I've been saying, like what we're trying to do here? When the red gate is open, we want only one of the reds. When the red gate is open, we only want that to be red. We don't want that one to be red. We don't want this red to be active. But when we switch it, and the blue gate, the blue laser is open, we need both blues to be active. We basically need both of these to be blue, but only this one to be red, and this one to either be blue or colorless. Can it be colorless? How can we make that colorless? When red is open. That's currently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tier 5 blue. It's a tier 5 blue. This is a tier 4 blue. I don't understand. I don't understand. what is happening here? Hey, Pure Terror. Wait, what is happening here? This switch now, I've set it up in such a way that the switch actually doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything because these two connectors are not connected. Hey, Pure Terror, did you just get here? I'm wondering if you heard what our thought process has been so far. You've been lurking, okay, so... Are we at least on the right... Are we on the right track when we say, like... You know how in the first portion of the DLC, Orpheus Ascending, there was like this section of puzzles that had to do with like color priority or connector priority? Or I sometimes call it tier. Whereas like this connector is 2 connectors away from the source, so it has like, it's like a tier 2 red. It's a tier, like when we change this to like red, this is a tier 2 red, and this is a tier 3 red, and this is a tier 4 red. I'm trying to like I'm trying to think about a way where I can like somehow make this a tier 3 blue, but this not a tier 3 red. It needs to be like either a lower tier, like tier 4, tier 5 red, so that the blue overwrites the red. You don't want a backseat, so I can't say. Well, I'm actually like, I think I've kind of exhausted my own ideas. So I would like a gentle hint, a very gentle hint to kind of like nudge me in the right direction here. Like I'm not sure because I feel like there's not enough connectors. I kind of feel like either if we had access to that inverter so that we could connect the inverter directly to this connector or that connector, that would help. This game is for big brain people? Yeah. Tiers aren't important here, I guess. Okay. So then, does it have to do with like somehow blocking lasers? Are we supposed to use like some sort of interference, like laser crossing interference? I don't really see how to set that up here. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe actually we could use this laser to interfere. Okay, hold on. So right now, with this setup, we have, you know, both red or both blue. But I need to somehow... When it's red... Something like this, right? Kind of something like this. Okay, so when it's red, that one is blue. But when we go here... when we go here, I need that to be blue. What's happening here right now? Tier 1 blue, tier 2 blue, tier 3 red, tier 4 red. I need this to be a tier... I need this to be a tier... Like, I need basically this laser to be off now, so that this blue goes there. Wait, what happened? When I... Wait, what? Wait... Okay, I think we're very close. I think we're super close. So what we need to do, you know what, I just changed the state of the game by body blocking this. I changed the state of the game. That one was red. No, wait, yeah. That one was red and now it's blue. By me body blocking this, by allowing this laser to go straight there. It's tier 1 blue, tier 2 blue, tier 3 blue. This is a tier 3 red, tier 4 red. And that's a tier 3 blue, this is a tier 4 red now. Instead of... Yeah. But earlier, like... So basically we need to reverse this. I need to reverse the situation. The idea, my concept now is... We start with red being on, and then we need to body block something to make this into blue, and then go up this thing, and then when we switch the switch, there is no body block, and both of them are blue. So it's like similar, except right now I have it set up in a way where I need to body block after I make the switch. Right now I've set it up in a way that I need to body block after I make the switch. I need to set it up in a way that I body block before I go up there and make the switch. And then after I make the switch is already double blues. So I think we just like reverse this. Whatever setup we have right now, we just reverse it. Right? Just do the mirror of this. I think it maybe should work. No, not exactly. Not exactly, but... Okay, I need to have a default setup where... We need to start with... We need to start with red. I'm gonna start with red. Red is open. Okay. Something's wrong here. One red, two red, three red, three blue. Need to not connect this. Connect it like this. One red, two red, three red, three blue. If I block this, no, when I move away, it resets it. We're close. We're kinda close. I feel like I kind of took a step backwards somewhere. I don't know if it's backseating, but there's no body blocking in the solution on YouTube. Damn it! I'm gonna keep pursuing this line of thought because I just want to. In my mind, I feel like this should be possible. Okay. Okay, okay. This is good. This is good. That's bad. That's not good. So this is good because that red is on and this red never stays long enough to turn on. But when I make the switch, I need that to be blue. What if I make this connection? And then this connection. So that's blue, that's open. When I make the switch here, now that's also... Well, now there's a direct connection here, too. Damn! Fuck. Oh my god. This is a real toughie. This is a real toughie. But I do think we need to utilize this receiver for some sort of interference. Right? I'm pretty sure we need to utilize this receiver for some sort of laser interference that prevents that from being read. Interesting. This is also asymmetrical. When it's red, this is tier 2 red, tier 3 blue, tier 4 blue. This is tier 2 blue. Then going to here. What if I just connect this to this now? No body blocking. When it's red, you get red from... Red goes here and here. I don't know if the connectors... I don't know if the inverter's doing anything. But these two are both tier 2 reds. And they're blocking each other. So this never receives red. But when we switch it on to blue, blue comes from this side. And blue comes from this side and goes tier 2 blue, tier 3 blue. This is... Do I even need that? Hold on one sec. Oh, I do need that. I do need that. Why do I need that? I don't need it. I don't need that inverter for the red part. The red part, it does not require the inverter. But the blue part requires the inverter. Because what's happening is, when it's blue, you've got a tier 2 blue, a tier 3 red, and this is a tier 4 blue. It's getting the blue not from this connector, but it's getting the blue from that connector. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a tier 4 blue, This is a tier 3 red. And so this is getting red inputted from here and blue inputted from here, and it's not outputting anything. Because it is a tier thing. It is a tier thing. Well, from the way I describe tiers and how I understand tiers. It is a tier thing. Because, like, on the blue side, this becomes a really high tier 4 connector, but on the red side, it's a tier 2 connector. So it changes whether it actually outputs a blocking laser or not, depending on which side is active. So we go up on red, and then we go close on blue, and they're both blue. Boom! Oh. Wow.
So close. Just one more.
Just one more. And this is the way you do it, because you gotta have this connector further away from that one than the middle. If you try to place this connector over here, I don't think you can do it. One more, level 24, let's go. Halls of Power. This is a huge level. Oh my god, there's so many rooms on this level. Okay, I've got like an hour, a little bit over an hour left. Can we finish it today? Blue laser source. All right, what do we got? What do we got? We've got a blue laser source. We've got 3 inverters in a locked room. And we can invert that. And then we can invert the red to a blue. And then we convert the blue, or maybe even that blue directly, to a red. Okay. And then we gotta send another red over there. I see where this is going. And then another blue over here. And then is there another red somewhere? Okay, what have we done so far? So we get through here, we get through here, we get through here. There's another purple wall. And we have more tools on this side. This blue receiver will take down the purple wall? Or maybe it'll take down this. Actually, I think this blue receiver takes down the final wall. And then... What? Okay. I was gonna say it's almost too simple. It's almost too easy for a last level. But the tricky part now is I can't get a blue because this red laser blocks my blue laser. Yeah. So this connector has to stay in this second section. So I'm thinking maybe we get that to make this. Maybe we do this and then we change that. And then somehow have that, like, huh. This is the one. This is the one that annoys me. What even happens if this is not on? Oh, if this is not on, that gate is closed. I see. There are no gates in the second section. The gates are only in the third section. So we need to have a setup where, like, temporarily... I think we need to have a setup where temporarily they're, like, alternating. Right? Like, sometimes blue will be on, and sometimes red will be on, and sometimes blue will be on, and sometimes red will be on. And then that way it'll allow us to, like, when blue gates go down, we can go through this wall, and then when red gates go down, we can go through this wall, and then when blue gates go down, we can go through this wall and progress that way. Because I don't think there's going to be a static setup where we can get all the walls down at the exact same time. Because how can we power this red without blocking this blue? It seems very, very difficult. Right? I power this red? Is it possible to power this red without blocking that blue? How do I get this one? Like, I would have to source it from there. And then it would cross over. Yeah. Okay. How do we set up a system that, like, cancels itself? We don't have that. In the previous levels where we could set up a system that naturally alternated between blue and red, there was a moving part in the level. There was a part of the level that automatically moved, like a gate that went up and down, or like a pillar that went from side to side, and then it would be that moving part would temporarily block one side, which would allow all the blue gates to be open, and then the moving part would move somewhere, block something else, and then allow all the red gates to open. We don't have that in this level. With no moving part, with no automatic moving part, I don't know if we can set something like that up. What's the concept? What is the concept? Okay, here's an idea. After we get into this section, we don't need all three of these to be open anymore. Like, these lasers could get interrupted, and I don't care because I'm not going back that way. But I can't interrupt these two lasers. These two lasers need not to be interrupted. So I think I need to, like, get a blue from there. But how do I get a blue from there? Like, is that possible? What's happening? Oh, I'm still connected to that source. So I get over there, I connect something to here. Which would block that laser, but how do I get the laser actually to go there? I would need this to be connected to something over there. Yeah. Doesn't seem very doable. This inverter is only connected to one thing. Can I make it more efficient and connect it to more than one thing? Like, what if this inverter was connected to this? I see both of those at the same time. Technically see both of these at the same time. This has to cross. Oh boy. Oh man. This looks bad. something bad. I don't know. I have no idea. How do we even start to approach this? How do we even start to approach this? Probably we need a little bit more of a complicated setup in this first room instead of what I'm doing right now. But I'm not really sure. Fudge. Oh man. I have no idea. I'm drawing a blank. The moving part thing, like I thought I was kind of thinking about the thought of like alternating between blue red gates. But that shouldn't that won't work, right? Without some sort of moving thing to block a laser. I could manually block a laser? Change something? Manually block a laser to change something? For example, I could do something like this and like block this. Doesn't really accomplish anything. I could do something like this and block this. Or I could even do something like this to block this. And that would be permanently. Almost. I still have to send the blue there, though. If only it was this simple. Why are there pillars in this room? Pillars are kind of annoying. Pure Terror, are you still here? Have you completed this level? This last one, number 24? How can I power that red? There is no line of sight for both that red and this red, unfortunately. Huh. How do I put this? How do I put this like here? Then put this there. We put that there. Okay, hold on. Can't see both of these at the same time either. Oh, wait. This is kind of BS. I need this temporarily to be open though. So let's do. I don't think there's a way, right? There's no line of sight here. I was thinking if I could have a line of sight, that would allow me to temporarily, like, self-fulfilling prophecy to hold that open. But yeah, there's nothing. That would be pretty sweet. If I could do that, then I could go here and do this. And then like that would hold that blue open. And then that red is open as well. Is it? And that red is open thanks to that. But then how do we get that blue? That blue is not open. Ah. I'm gonna reset and see if I have any maybe a fresh approach, but I don't know. The first part seems to really solve itself. You get a blue source and a red laser. Blue source, red receiver. Kind of solves itself. And then you can kind of see these two at the same time fairly easily. And then you can see these two at the same time very easily. And then you've got like everything open except for the very last door. Balls of Power? Is this called? Like, I can't even get this blue active. It's not even about interfering with other stuff. I can't get it active at all. In order to get it... Well, okay. That's not true. In order to get it active, what do I need to do? I need to go all the way back here and disconnect this with that. And then that blue is active, but then I can't even get to the blue. I can get through this door, but now this door is closed, right? And then I have to go through that door. So is there any way I can set up some sort of like alternating current? Sometimes that's active and sometimes... I mean, there's just no way, right? No way. The only thing that could possibly block... So, maybe it could be... Okay, maybe if it was something that like, okay... This thing activates this, right? This thing activates this. This door opens, and when this door opens, a new connection comes through and... I don't know, like... hits this door. Hits this laser, and the door closes. And then... I don't know. Like, this door opens temporarily, which causes some new connection or interference to be made, which allows temporarily this to be open. And then... yeah. Anybody in chat? Hey chat, anybody in chat want to give a little hint on this one? I think we're kind of stuck. I'm not even sure if like this whole alternating door idea is on the right track or not, because like I said, there's no moving part. There should be some automatic moving part for this to be working like that. Nobody has any ideas? Or any gentle hints? Okay, well, from here, if I have the blue open, how would I go about getting the red? This thing can't see a red except that one. And that crisscrosses. And it can't see a red that would crisscross. What if I had... like, what if I had blue on this side? Here I can only see one blue. What if I had red on this side? Here I can see two reds. I could technically see a red and a red like this. Okay. And I... oh, okay. But where can we see this red? This red can only be seen from this window here. This red, I don't think it can be seen over here. I was gonna say, like, what if the idea was actually we needed to go see reds? Can we do reds from this room? Blues from this room? But then they would crisscross each other. Okay, I'm gonna go very slowly through a YouTube video. See if I can get any like general ideas on how we're supposed to approach this. Balls of power, Talos principle. Solution only took 1 minute and 51 seconds. far, so good. That's always going to be the first section, right? Because you need to do this to get the connector. After you do this and get the connector, you probably have to come back to the beginning and change the setup. And you certainly have to. You just can't do it with this setup. Okay, you're getting blue directly from the source. And then, oh, okay. That's something interesting we can definitely try out. That's a good first step. Maybe we have some ideas from there. Get blue directly from the source. We put it somewhere like here. Maybe here, actually. So we can see both windows. And instead of this getting blue from the source, it's getting blue from this now. What does that change? Does it allow me to position this in a spot where I can see two different things? Not really. But it's now become a tier 2 red instead of a tier 1 red. And this can connect to that. Okay. Nothing's really changed though. I still can't get that. Okay, hold on. Hold on. What if I untick that and untick that? Why does it matter that this doesn't get the original? Like, why doesn't this have the original source? The only difference is that it increases the tier of that connector. So here we could have like this go there and there. But then how are we going to open this? This is going to be blocked off from everything. That's the problem one now. What if it's this that's connected to all three of these? Can I? Oh. It's this connector that's connected to all three of these. Right? And then we just need to somehow temporarily make this red? How do we do that? Can't we do that? It can't be connected to the source directly if we want it to be temporarily red, though. How can I switch this to be temporarily red? Still not, that idea doesn't work. But like, when I look at it like this, maybe it feels like there might be something there where I connect this connector to all three of these receivers. And it just needs to be temporarily red. Because if I connect this connector to these two blues, there's nothing that can get here. It's just not possible, right? Yeah. But there's no moving parts. I still can't change this color red. Okay. Back to the video. Back to the video. He connects. Oh. Oh, what the hell? Whoa. What the hell? Okay, okay. So you make it set up so that something is connected to everything. But it's a different... Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. So they're connected to the wrong colors. They're connected, these two are connected to the wrong colors half of the time. But first, they're opening the first set of doors, and then once we go through, we're gonna somehow maybe body block something, or we're gonna somehow manually trigger a change in color, a change in parity, so that all of these inverters change the color that they had before. This is now gonna output blue and open that. This is gonna output red and open that. And that's gonna output blue to open this. This is gonna output blue. This is gonna output red. So, and this is gonna output red. This is gonna output red. Wait, no, hold on. What? I need this to output red, which would then make this output blue, and this make output blue. So I need something like this connecting to that. Something like this. Something like this. We walk through all of these, come here, and then... I don't know exactly how we do it. I don't know exactly how we do it yet. There's one more step. There's gonna be one more step. And that is somehow... The last step is to not have... So right now, it's this connector that's sourcing the power of all these inverters. And what I need is like a change such that it's something else that sources all the converters, all the inverters. And I need like maybe that to source this, or that to source this, and this outputs red, and this outputs red to this, which outputs blue to that, which outputs red to this, and outputs blue to that, and that gets blue. Very, very close now. It's just a matter of how do I get... Very, very close now. This is the one that I want to source blue from. But if I take the blue right now, it's a tier 1. It's a tier 1 red. Which then gets messes things up. How is this? I feel like we should have figured it out by now with this idea. How is this hard? I'm getting tired at the end here. So like I want to basically do something like this and block this, right? Come here, like come here, block this, and it changes everything. This is a tier. We're close. We are close. Not quite. If we do this, it's the wrong color. This is weird, right? This takes blue, it's outputting red. This is outputting blue, this is outputting red, that's fine. So what happens? What happens if I walk through? If I walk through this and then I change like this, hasn't fixed it. Man, how are we not there yet? All I have to do... Let me try to think about this in simplest terms. In simplest terms, all I have to do at this point is change the color of all these inverters. How do I do that? If I change the color of all these inverters, we're gonna win. But I have to do it from within this room over here. I have to do it from here, past this last blue gate. I need to source blue. I need to source blue to this. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Pick up this, we pick up this, and we give blue to this instead. Oh my god, we did it! We did it! I wanted to source blue to that, but I was trying to source blue from there, and that was messing everything up. No! Holy! Oh my god, nice. So, we got it, but with a little bit of help. With a medium amount of help, we got it. We got the last step ourselves, thankfully. Woo! Source blue to this instead of this. And then you've got this setup that you can get there. Wow. Okay, let's go! 24 out of 24! Oh.
Welcome!
Welcome! Byron with weird capitalizations. Who the hell are you?
Who are you? Don't you recognize me?
I'm you.
I mean, you? How is this possible? This place is a loop, Byron. Eventually, you loop back on yourself, so here I am. And here you are. I need answers. Oh, answers. Answers. It's always answers with you, Byron, isn't it? Because you have to know everything. Because you deserve to know everything. And everyone else just has to deal with it. It's not just about me. It's about all of us. All of New Jerusalem. Oh, really? Then why are you here solving puzzles instead of out there helping your friends? Is it because you want your mummy? Is it because you're oh so sad because Mummy left you and she didn't tell you why?
Oh, everybody's got mommy
that
problems.
Simple, isn't it? What you can't get over is why she didn't tell you she was leaving. That has nothing to do with the city. It's just about your ego.
Mommy
Okay.
Athena.
You know what? Fine. Call it ego. After everything we went through, why not tell me? Why not take me along? Maybe she was just tired of you and your pathetic clinginess.
Dark
Oh,
Byron.
Mummy, tell me what to do. Tell me what to think. Maybe she thought you'd finally grow up and actually do something instead of just complaining. I've done a lot more than just complain. It's not easy trying to push back against the momentum of history. Have you?
Freaky.
Sure, you annoyed Herman into letting you play Explorer, and then you got your hand stuck on a magic table and missed half the expedition. Great job. Meanwhile, New Jerusalem is falling apart. That's why we need Athena. Athena can't even save herself. You
she has-
have a point.
But she has.
What? You may
theory
be
of
some
everything.
sort of digital psychosis, but you're not entirely wrong.
Why is he so huge now?
I didn't live up to my principles. I let my personal insecurities get in the way. I should have stepped up and taken responsibility. Responsibility? What makes you think you're cut out to lead? What makes you think anyone even respects you? Oh, shut up. You're just trying to draw me back into the loop. It won't work. We're not done here.
See
Here
ya.
we are. Thanks for the life lesson. Now, go away.
Be
I got
gone.
things to do.
Nice, Byron. Hell yeah. Conquer your inner demons. Oh, you wake up. Is 1K here? Yeah.
What's happening? 1K?
So that's why you were different. You literally confronted yourself. Must have been quite the experience.
I wouldn't exactly recommend it as a leisure activity, but it was necessary. I was stuck in a loop as much as Athena was.
We all were, I think, including myself. You know, you said something to me. I said, we don't need the theory of everything to be happy. And you said, it was never just about happiness. And I couldn't stop thinking about that. Because well, I knew I was right, that we could find happiness without expanding. But what if we needed more? What if a happy life and a good life aren't the same?
And did you figure out an answer?
No. And I'm still not sure what you're doing is right. But if I just sit around moping without actually participating...
Then you're making the same mistake I did. We swapped positions. That's funny.
I find it kind of embarrassing. But look, the truth is, I don't really know what we should do. But I do know that we were always at our best when we were together.
Amen to that. It's good to have you back, Al.
Nice.
Or
So-
we could just take off and dump all the responsibility on 1K again.
He did hold up well under pressure.
What's happening with the city in front of the megastructure? Is that like dilapidated? Is it being created by the theory of everything? I don't understand. Because in the canon, in the ending that I got from the base game, we had decided to grow our civilization and become more futuristic and expand, and not like be too worried about how maybe that would affect the Earth and potentially repeat the sins of the past of old humanity. But I don't know what the canon ending or what the canon situation of the base game is in the DLC. Like, what ending does the DLC assume that you have? But yeah, this was really fun. I enjoyed this DLC a lot. I think I enjoyed this DLC more than the base game in terms of the puzzles because they were more challenging. But I think the base game had a better story, although I think the DLC had a great story itself as well, like between Orpheus ascending and getting Sarabai and what's her name? Sarabai's her, and the guy's name is, oh my god, I'm blanking. But yeah, Sarabai and her lover, reuniting them, resurrecting Sarabai, and then the island vacation, the beach vacation in Isle of the Blessed was really cool too. The huge hexahedron, and then Into the Abyss was really, really challenging. I think there were about 5 levels out of the 24 in Into the Abyss that we needed some hint or some help on. But it was still, yeah, really good. Really, really good. I mean, looking forward to Talos Principle 3. I think they are planning a Talos Principle 3 because some of the stuff was never answered.
This was the story of the people we were a long time ago, when humanity was young. I remember it all. The places, the names.
This is the same ending that we got.
Flaws,
this is the same as
our
the
fears,
early ending,
our clunky
without finishing
old
all
bodies.
24 levels.
I used to have regrets, but when I look back now, I feel nothing but love. The world has changed, and we have changed with it. But the bonds that were forged in those years, so long ago on that distant blue planet,
they're like somewhere really far away now.
Were never broken. We are still here, and we are still human.
I think if there is a Talos Principle 3, they'll probably explore that anomaly that they mentioned at the end of the base game of Talos Principle 2. 100%. 100%. 100%. This Into the Abyss took me 7 hours and 4 minutes. Isle of the Blessed took 9 hours and 13 minutes. And Orpheus Ascending about 3 hours. So for the DLC, I've played a total of like 19 hours on the DLC, and the base game was 38 hours. Wow, okay. 100% everything. Let's go. All right. GG's, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was really, really fun. Glad we got to come back to this after the Elden Ring detour, and definitely looking forward to, yeah, whatever Talos Principle 3 has to hold, however many years that's going to take. Because Talos Principle 1 came out a long time ago. Talos Principle 1 came out in 2014, so it took them 9 years to get a sequel for Talos Principle 2. Damn. Yeah, wow. But hopefully not another 9 years before Talos Principle 3. And then, as for variety going forward, we might play 9 Souls next. Probably not a puzzle game next, since we just did a puzzle game now. Like maybe some Metroidvania. Yeah, maybe Metroidvania 9 Souls. Heard really good things about it. Said it's like kind of like Sekiro. I don't know if we'll start it tomorrow, but maybe next week. We shall see. Always open to other suggestions as well. I think there's also a couple other games that I already own that we might consider playing for variety, like Kenna Bridge of Spirits, like Neon White. Let me see if I can pull up a list. Let me see here. Get notepad. Any notepads anywhere? So, here we go. Sorry for the flashbang. But we have, yeah, 9 Souls. Kenna Bridge of Spirits we currently own. Is Vampire Survivors any good? I saw that was on sale 2 weeks ago. Sifu is supposed to be really good as well. Neon White we own. You see any games on here that you guys really, really like? Subnautica Below Zero. I'm not like super excited about that. Oh, I have 9 souls here twice. Crowsworn. Did Crowsworn ever come out? Deathloop? I think I have Deathloop. I think I got Deathloop for free on Epic Games. Is Deathloop any good? And then there's Blasphemous we own, I think, and as well as Salt and Sanctuary. Salt and Sanctuary we also own. So a couple of like 3 or 4 different options for Metroidvanias. And we have Dishonored 2. We also have Control. Oh man. Yeah. So a lot of options. I'll have to think about it. Maybe we'll do a poll or something. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow for some Gwent and possibly another variety game. I don't know, possibly. All right, but next week for sure we'll start another variety game if we haven't already yesterday, or we haven't already tomorrow. Jesus, weird with the past tense and the future tense. Anyways, I'm out. Good night. Take it easy. See you guys.